This is shove. I'm Mason, and this is Andrew. For the past couple of months, Andrew and I have been working on our indie game Shove. If you're new here or just need a recap, Shove is a local and multiplayer game where the goal is to shove your friends into a pit while dodging obstacles. If you're interested in how we've developed the game, then check out our other devlogs. And if you have any ideas or feedback throughout the entire video, make sure to leave a comment below. Alright, back to it.
Today we're adding some small features, finally adding some sound effects, and updating the visuals of all 6 of our obstacles. Let's go.
The Springer was simple. We already liked how it looked, so we didn't change much. Starting with the plate, we removed the square and replaced it with an octagon. Then for the extender, we tried modeling a spring, but we didn't really like it. So we decided to go with this low poly extender instead. Looks familiar. We also made the Springer glow when it gets activated, and I think it turned out pretty well.
If you're like me, the bouncer might remind you of one of these. To match the rest of our game, we wanted to keep the low poly look and simple design, so we started by modeling a metal base and then slapped a ball on top. Just like the Springer, we made it glow when it gets activated.
Just like the love of your life, this trap will sweep you off your feet. The sweeper was challenging. It already looked really good as is, so we were struggling to make it low poly.
Let's see. Instant leg blower upper. Oh my god, dude.
After a few failed attempts, I managed to come up with this. I'm still new to Blender, but I think it turned out great. And just like the previous obstacles, we made it light up. Alright, with 3 out of the 6 traps done, let's run through all the small features we added throughout the game. Starting off with the controversial one, the player colors. These are the old player colors, and they're not that bad, but players 3 and 4 are just way too bright. So we decided to go with these colors instead. Was it a mistake? Let us know in the comments. Andrew and I play this game a lot, so we're constantly finding bugs with our code and general gameplay issues. An issue we found when playing was that rounds lasted way too long for our liking. We want rounds to be fast-paced, crazy, and fun, but some rounds look like this. No one was getting eliminated. So to fix this, we made the shove knockback scale over time. This will most likely need some tweaking once we get proper playtesting, but for now, it works. Next, we added this cool spawn effect, updated the pause menu, then added this alert. The game is already crazy with 2 players, so I can't even imagine with all 4. To make it a little easier for the player to understand what's going on, the alert will pop up above their head every time an obstacle spots them. It also plays a cool sound effect, but we'll get to that later. Now, let's finish the obstacles.
The gunner is one of my favorite obstacles. Since it was the first obstacle we modeled, it was important we nailed it just right. To keep a playful experience, we didn't want it to be too realistic, and we also needed it to match our style. Modeling it was a big challenge, but I was very satisfied with how it turned out. For the base, we used the same shape as the Springer, then added some anchors. For the cherry on top, we made the barrel glow and it shoots for an overheating effect, and once the barrel cools down, it goes back to scanning the area. But wait, do you hear that? I think it's hammer time.
For Thor's hammer, I mean the swinger, we changed the pivot point to a metal ball, added some rings around the handle, and made the hammer more detailed. We wanted it to feel more natural, so unlike the other traps, the swinger doesn't glow. Just watch out, because walking in front of this thing could fling you to your death. Speaking of which, this leads us to our most deadly obstacle.
The Impaler is the only trap in our game that is an insta-kill. With that in mind, we made it a bit more unique than the other traps. When a player hits the laser, the Impaler will fully emerge and track the player. The barrel has a quick countdown. With 3 lights, then it will fire a harpoon. The only way to dodge the shot is to get behind cover or another player. Good luck. With all the visuals up to date, it's time for the sound effects.
Sound can make or break a game. Imagine playing a game and the door sounded like this. Open. Close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open. Okay, I think you get it. With both of us having 0 experience in sound design, we jumped straight into it. To kick it off, we started by having a crowd ambience throughout the entire match. Whenever a player gets eliminated, the crowd goes crazy. As for the player elimination, we have a note that rises depending on the number of players in the match and the order they get eliminated. And if the winner ends up getting eliminated too, it sounds like this. Next, the crown. When you pick up the crown, when you drop it and it rolls around, and when it gets destroyed. Bro, I need this crown in real life. Moving on, here are all the... Wait, we also added some UI sounds. As I was saying, here are all the player sound effects. A player spawning, the alert, and most importantly, the shove. This one's my favorite because I got to bully Andrew.
One more.
Now the fun part. We're gonna show you how he made all the sounds for each obstacle, and it's your job to guess which sound goes to which obstacle at the end. Oh, and one obstacle makes no sound at all. Here we go. Okay, let's see how many you get right. And that's all. Hopefully you got them all correct. Anyways, thanks for watching.
This is such a stressful map. Ah! No way! Yeah!